So a couple of days ago, I arrived in this village called Teluk Bahang, which is right at the doorstep of Penang National Park. And man, this place is just, it's just this really integral, just this like very, very local, quasi-remote fishing village. It's just kind of sitting out here seemingly removed from, you know, the rest of Penang and the rest of Malaysia and the rest of the world. I mean, we moved in here and we stayed, we got this Airbnb. My wife booked it and she described it to me as, she said it was a tiny house concept. I was like, a what? Yeah, it's a tiny house. So at the time I didn't really know what the hell that was. But, you know, I showed up and I started talking to the lady that built the house and kind of runs the place. And apparently she watched this show. I mean, I guess there's a show called Tiny House about, I don't know, hipsters in the USA or something living in tiny houses. So she saw that show and she was like, maybe I could do that too. And she had like this really small plot of land, a small rectangular plot of land that wasn't big enough for like a normal house. But she figured, hey, you know, I'll build this, you know, this two-story house with like a really small, like on the ground footprint and rent it out to people via Airbnb. So that's what she did, and it works. And the place is really cool, right? It basically has, it's like an, you know, a double stacked hotel room, right? It's like half of a hotel room on top of another half of a hotel room. That's basically what it is, but it's absolutely perfect for our needs, right? But anyway, there is, you know, something really interesting here, right? Like right outside town, kind of looming over the town, are the ruins of the 6-star hotel. Now, I'm not so sure that 6-star hotels like really exist, but this place called itself a 6-star hotel. This place is shut down now. This place is derelict. This place has been abandoned for years and years. It just didn't work, right? And I heard multiple stories about it. You know, one lady told me that, you know, this tsunami of 2004 took it out. You know, other people have told me that, hey, you know, it just kind of failed. But anyway, I wanted to go and kind of check it out, go out there and film. And my daughter wanted to come with me, so yesterday morning we set out to go do that. And we walked down the beach, you know, this beautiful, you know, empty, vacant beach. I mean, this 6-star hotel is like built on, you know, a really incredible piece of real estate, you know, just like pristine sea. This is just like a completely beautiful abandoned beach in front of this hotel. There's really nobody here but a few fishermen. No tourists. Clean, empty. It's absolutely beautiful. But anyway, so we're walking on the beach, and you know, to get to, it became apparent that to get to the hotel, we would need to kind of pass through this Hindu temple. Now it's kind of strange because there is this massive, giant monstrosity of a modern hotel rising up, and like right next to it, I mean like meters away, kind of like, you know, like almost touching it, is this Hindu temple. This Hindu temple, as we found out, that is really, really old, like over 100 years old. It's like a protected historic site. And this Hindu temple sits pretty much right on the beach, right? I mean, the place is absolutely beautiful. So my daughter and I was kind of checking the place out, you know, walking around, talking to some people. And just as we were leaving, one of the groundskeepers, you know, called us over and said, hey, they're gonna start praying in about 10 minutes. They're gonna start praying. You should watch, he said. And we were just like, yeah, okay, why not? The abandoned hotel is still gonna be there. It's been, you know, sitting out there for over 10 years, right? It's not going anywhere. So we hung out there for a while and to see what was gonna happen. Then all of a sudden this large ethnically Chinese family showed up. And they start, getting prepared for the ceremony. The priests come out dressed in their, ceremonial garb, and they start getting ready, and they start praying. So me and my daughter kind of walked up. I started shooting some video, and one of the women there invited us to join them. She invited us to take part in the ceremony with them. So pretty cool. Why not? So we sat down there, and we just watched them go through this puja prayer, this puja ceremony that was being put on for this family. It was just really cool to see, this is one of the things, this is one of the benefits of traveling. You're just like walking around with your camera, engaging people, talking a little bit, hanging out, and you get invited to do something cool that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise, that you wouldn't even really know about. And what was really, really interesting about this family is that they're ethnically Chinese with descendants from Guangdong province, but they were Christian. They were Methodist even. But they also followed the Indian guru Sai Baba. And now your whole family follows Sai Baba too.
Oh, we have been followers of Baba since 80s.
Since the 80s?
Yes.
Okay, so your parents and...
No, my parents, no. Me, my children, and my sisters, brothers. We follow.
Wow. Now, why did you start following Sai Baba?
Oh, I started because I was sick. I was sick, and the doctor says, I told my children, you got only 4 hours to live.
Yeah.
Because after the operation, my blood starts bleeding, and then she said, and after that, they discovered that I have cancer. That was way back in 1989.
Yeah.
And I was a very critical stage. And somebody says, come, I take you to Living God. It took me, and that's how I started. I went to India 21 times.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I just came back from India 3 weeks ago.
And after the puja ceremony was over, they fed us lunch. And then Petra and I, went over to the hotel and just, looked at this place. They say this was the first 6-star hotel in the world. Now it's just some bricks waiting to crumble. I guess they believe that they were building this epicenter of like tourism out here, right? And that people would come out here just for the hotel and the beach. In a place that's like almost completely removed from any other type of modern development. But they thought wrong. First owners failed, they sold it. Next owners failed, they sold it. Until they finally gave up. I guess after the place closed, scavengers came in and stripped everything of value out of the place. Now it's just this bare shell of things that, not even anything left in there anybody wants. The place just waiting to collapse. It's funny, like you have these dreams of development, these dreams of wealth and riches that's manifested in buildings such as this, but oftentimes these dreams meet smack out with reality.
Why do developers think that they all think the same way and they aren't really willing to try new ways?
What do they think?
They think exactly what you said. They think that if they build a big place in the middle of nowhere, people will start coming there just for that big place in the middle of nowhere. They can start building other places in the middle of nowhere until it won't be in the middle of nowhere.
Does that work?
Sometimes, I guess. Maybe. But not in this case, at least.